Hey everybody, my name is Aaron Thompson. I'm going to be your biology professor this semester, and I wanted to send out a quick video just laying down some expectations and giving you kind of an overview of what our course is going to be about. So the first thing is it's going to feel pretty immediately like this is a laboratory class or only a laboratory class because we're going to be putting in a lot of hours there together, working in the lab, extending on concepts that we learn in the lecture, sometimes going beyond them. But the reality of it is there are 4 units in this class. 3 of them are from the lecture. Only 1 of them is from the lab. And so even though we're going to be spending a lot of time in the lab together, most of your work should be taking place in the lecture. It should be taking place online, reading the textbook, watching those lectures, doing discussions, things of this nature. So even though it's going to feel like it's mostly lab, it's not. It's mostly lecture. The other thing is I would like you to go and, as soon as you can, buy a notebook or just some paper if you're good at keeping papers together. But get yourself a notebook. There are numerous studies that show that when you write things down, when you handwrite them, you remember them better, you process them through different areas of your brain, you're better at remembering them, you're better at knowing them and applying them, you can pull them out more easily. So what I do to accommodate this is get yourself a notebook. Anything that you handwrite in your notebook, you are allowed to use on an exam. As you're watching the lectures, as you're reading the textbook, you can write down whatever you want. As long as it's handwritten, it's fair game on the exams. So again, lectures are asynchronous. You can kind of watch them whenever you want to, but you need to be on time with them. You can't watch like the first 6 weeks of lecture like before the first exam. It's not going to work like that. We're going to wind up having quizzes most weeks that are going to test you on the material that you should be learning about in the lecture to them. Okay, exams are going to be taking place in person and are going to happen during one of our lab sessions. This is not going to be sprung on you. You're going to know well in advance. Office hours are typically going to take place right after our lab session finishes. So if you need anything from me, if you need to have a one-on-one conversation, if you're not understanding something from the material and email isn't quite getting it for you, or Canvas messaging isn't quite solving your issue, just stick around after lab and we can talk. So yeah, office hours are after lab, or you can send me a Canvas message and make an appointment and we can meet on Zoom or whatever. I think I've talked quite enough. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and send me a Canvas message. Oh, I forgot. I've gotten a couple of emails asking if people can get started on the material early, and not really. I'm going to have the Canvas page published sometime in the next few days, certainly before Saturday, certainly before we actually get started next week. But if you really want to get ahead, you can Google the phrase OpenStax Concepts of Biology. OpenStax Concepts of Biology is what the textbook is called. It is a free online textbook, and we're starting with chapter 1, and we'll also later be doing chapter 2. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, again, please send them to me on Canvas. I'll be opening up the Canvas shell soon. If you can't email me because the Canvas shell isn't open, my email address is thompsone@yosemite.edu. All right, cool. I'm really looking forward to working with you all this semester, and I'll see you in the lab.